Hello, my little Pookies, and welcome back to the opera. How is everybody doing today? I have been stressed. Yeah, I have not been doing super great because I live in Minneapolis, and you can only imagine how well that is going for me right now. So I thought that I would just share some paint swatches with you today because I love thinking about color, and I don't love thinking about government-sanctioned brutality. So this is me just kind of trying to talk through my color choosing process. Because somebody told me recently, and I was like, damn, you're so right. They said, I think that you are somebody who processes their thoughts a lot better when you are able to speak them out loud. And I was like, I should do that more. like you are so correct, actually. So yeah, I kind of wanted to go through all of this and like talk through some of my choices with you. Because I think that learning about other people's preferences in color is very fun. And yeah, the whole reason why I got this little art haul in the first place was because I've always wanted to try Sennelier paints, but I've never actually bought any. So I had the thought one day, just randomly, I was like, I wonder if Blick sells Sennelier. And the answer is apparently yes, but not for very long. I went to the website and they were like, oh yeah, we're like selling out of all of our Sennelier. So like get it while it's still here at a super discount because after that it's gone forever. And I was like, uh-oh. So yeah, like I just had like a handful of other things that were just in my cart for like months, if not like more than a year. And yeah, I was just like, well, I guess now's the time to buy. So yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to get most everything that I was looking for. I wasn't able to get Yellow Lake, and I was not able to get Emerald Green, which I might get those eventually. Not super pressing. I'm not a huge like impulse spender, so like even this was like kind of a lot for me. But I'm pretty happy with the choices that I made here. So yeah, as soon as I go to the swatches. Thank you. But yeah, and then I hope that you all really like this alien stamp because he will be a recurring character. I like him a lot. And I also really like this little water dropper. I feel like not enough people have something like that. It's so handy for so many things when you're watercolor painting. Just like put a little bit on your paper to like wet your swatches, or like just to like put on your paint pans to reactivate them is very handy as well. Especially ones that like take forever to re-wet, which we will see later in this video. Spoilers. But yeah, for Helios Purple, I wanted to get something, I wanted to get a primary magenta. And so I'm really glad that Helios Purple was still in stock. Because I don't think that I've ever really had like a PR 122 that I did not like. And I'm glad that this one performs really well because this I feel like would be like such a nice layering color. And I think that it performs really well here. It's nice and vibrant. And yeah, the video that I have recorded after this is a limited color palette portrait. And I use Helios Purple, I use the Quinacridone Purple later in this row, and then I also use the Sennelier Indian Yellow on the bottom. And I really, really like the way that it turned out. And yeah, just like those three colors, I think that worked like very, very well together. But yeah, very happy with the Helios Purple. For the Caput Mortem is a color that I have been curious about for quite a while. I feel like I just like colors like this and like Hematite Violet, for example, just like these more like reddish purplish leaning brown sort of colors that have like a good amount of texture. Like I think that like I don't know why more people don't use them. I think that they would be so interesting in portraits, to be honest. I don't think that anyone would like choose to use it in a portrait. I don't know why. Probably more people would choose it for a landscape palette, but I think that like pairing this with a portrait palette would be so interesting, like so textural. And then yeah, this is me having bad water control. Yeah, like watch as I clean up my mistake, but not really. It will continue to be a mistake. That's okay. And then yeah, for Daniel Smith Van Dyke Brown, this is a color that only just recently kind of came on my radar, sort of alongside the Caput Mortem, is that I've been trying to get into more like textural browns recently. And then especially because like Daniel Smith recently released those triad sets, they did not go with Van Dyke Brown for the architectural set. They ended up going with sepia instead. But either way, like I feel like these two colors like occupy the same space on a palette. So you really don't need both. I think I just ended up going with the Van Dyke Brown. One, because I can make the joke of Van Lesbian Brown. But also because I think I just like ended up liking the granulation better, like the texture that it produces, because it is a very, very textural color. But yeah, really looking forward to like unlocking the potential of that color because I think it's so interesting in the sepia is in the architectural set, and I feel like Van Dyke Brown would do something very similar. Now, the Quinacridone Purple. fascinates me, to be honest. I don't know anyone else using this color, and I don't know why, because it's so weird. Because like you can tell that like in the mass tone, it's a very like red leaning purple, but then as you dilute it, it kind of becomes more blue, and that's just like it's so weird. Like I don't know anything else that really does that, to be honest. And it's like it's single pigment. This is not like color separating. It is just like doing that by itself. So yeah, I think that like for that reason, I would really like to try to pair it with nickel azo yellow in the painting, because nickel azo yellow kind of does something similar, where like in the mass tone it's very like orangish, but then when you dilute it, it becomes like very cool. So I feel like that that duality would be very interesting to put together. Now for Daniel Smith lavender, I got this lavender and I also got Holbein lavender, which I will swatch like right underneath it whenever I get to that row. I also have lavender by Roman Schmal. And I don't expect that I will like choose, or I will like keep all three of them whenever I run out of one. Like I think I will just like choose one that I really enjoy working with and then just like keep that one forever. But I kind of wanted to try at least one more to see like if there is another version of this color that I really like, because like it's really cute. Like I really like this color. But yeah, the Daniel Smith yellow obviously is going to be more textural than the Holbein. Holbein is not a brand that is known for texture, which we will see in a moment. Now for the luminous colors, I got these three like pinky purples in the luminous line, and then later on I do also have the luminous lemon, which we will see. Yeah, this is a line that I was looking forward to for a long time, and I didn't hear anyone talk about it. Like I didn't realize it was like already out. Like no one is talking about this line, which like I guess that makes sense, because most people care more about light fastness than me. I do not give a damn about light fastness. I will use the most fluorescent pinks and not truly not give a shit about if it's like going to fade or not. Like I am here for the moment, baby. I am here to enjoy color while I am like, who cares? Like I'm not gonna hang this on a wall. It's going to stay in my sketchbook forever. And I love this color. Like I don't care if it's gonna fade. Like whatever. Like people are too afraid of like having art that's gonna not last forever. You're not gonna last forever. Enjoy your art while it's here, you fool. Anyway. Yeah. I was really looking forward to this set because I have the opera set from Paul Rubens, but like the issue is that one is a set, so like whenever you run out of one color, like you kind of have to buy the whole set again if you want to replace it, and I was like, that sucks. So I'm really glad that the Holbein range came out for the luminous colors, because I've been looking for a replacement for the opera pink in the luminous set, and this luminous pink like fills that role so well. Like that's such a difficult color to recreate, so I'm glad that it exists in like an open stock format. The only other color that I can think of that like matches that hue is from Shinhan Pass, the pink from that range. And then yeah, like this luminous opera as well is like very, very pretty. I mean, I can't think of an opera that I don't like, to be honest. Now, that being said, enjoy it while it lasts, because I, once again, was not very good with my water control on this luminous magenta swatch, and so we're gonna see this magenta like fade into the opera, unfortunately, and it's gonna just like kind of end up taking over that swatch. So yeah, that's really sad. R.I.P. opera. Now, this magenta, it almost like ruined this this filming for me. Like the camera just does not want to pick up this color correctly at all. Like in real life, it looks a lot closer to the Helios purple in the top left corner. But here it looks so purpley. And then yeah, here's the magenta taking over that opera. Oh well. I don't know that I would buy this color again, to be honest. I have enough like similar-ish colors. I'm glad that I tried it. I mostly just got it because it is called a magenta, and so I was like, oh, maybe it's like kind of like fairly like primary. It's not so much. That's okay. And then for the Holbein lilac, I am surprised that more people are not using this color, because I think that it is lovely. Yeah, it's just like, it's a very delicate purple, but it's not, like, it's delicate, but it's not weak, if that makes sense. Like, you get a lot of pigment on the brush whenever you're using it, but the color itself is, like, very, very soft and gentle. And yeah, I think that it would just be, like, I think that it would be a lovely color to include in, like, sunsets or, like, any kind of, like, cloudy sky kind of thing. And I think that probably also I'm, like, subconsciously drawn to it because Espeon is my favorite Pokemon, and so, like, anything that is that sort of, like, very soft purple, I'm sort of drawn to. That, and because I got the Holbein lavender, and like in my heart I feel like lilac and lavender, like they are sister colors and I should not separate them. But yeah, I think that they look very nice together. Now for the Holbein lavender, I did really want to load this swatch up with as much water as I could, because I was like, if this color is going to granulate, I am going to give it every single opportunity to granulate, and you'll never believe it, it did not granulate. Because it's Holbein, not a brand that is known for its granulation, unless it is specifically meant to be granulating, which we will see in the next two colors. Yeah, I really like the shade of this color, the hue rather, and yeah, it paints out like so nice and so smooth. You can tell that it's like kind of thinking about granulating, but then like by the time it dries, it just like, never mind. No, it's like, it's so smooth, which like, I mean, it's Holbein, like I guess that's to be expected. But yeah, paints out very nicely, very comparable to the Daniel Smith. It's really just a matter of like, do you prefer texture or not? I mean, there is an argument to be made that like maybe the Holbein is like slightly more pigmented, like there's more color on the page, but I mean, you know, like up to you, like however you're gonna use it. Now for the two Holbein granulating colors that I got for the Twilight Purple and for the Burke's Parrot Pink, I quite like them. I cannot believe that people bought the entire range of this, because like how expensive was that? Like I don't even want to like look at the price. Like these are Series G. Like how are people dropping money on this? Like I saw like 2 colors from that range, from the granulating range whenever it released, and I was like, there are approximately 2 colors that are worth owning to me, and they are these 2. Like dang, like and even that, and it's like, I don't know that I would necessarily buy the Twilight Purple again. Like there are probably similar like separating colors that like I would like them just fine. Like this is just one that I was curious about. And like I'm glad to be in a place with my like art supply journey, if that's what you want to call it, that like I have satisfied most of my curiosities at this point. Most of what I'm buying is just like refilling things that I already know that I like. And so it's just like every now and then, maybe like once a year or so, that I'm doing stuff like this, like these little art hauls where I'm like, I'm just satisfying my curiosities. And I'm glad that I satisfied this one, because I don't know that I would necessarily buy that one again. Now the Burke's Parrot Pink, I do quite like. This is probably the one that I was the most excited for, whenever I was looking at the Holbein granulating range for the first time. I feel like this is the one that like everybody was most excited for. Now what's funny to me is that I have not heard anyone talk about how delicious this color looks. Like to me, like this is like, it's giving high C, it's giving Hawaiian Punch, it's giving I am 7 years old in the CC's Pizza and I have a little red textured cup and I'm going to go to the soda fountain. Does anybody else feel this way? But yeah, this one I feel like I was able to get like a much better color swatch as far as like getting the color separation to show up, because I added those little like, polka dots in the end. Now, a color that I did not get to show up very well was this Luminous Lemon. This Luminous Lemon pissed me off, let me tell you what. It was so dry. Like, I had to come at this color so many times to get it to like show up at all on this swatch. And I want you to know that every single time I come at it with another swatch, like another try, like I have left another drop of water on there for like at least a minute to try to get something to come up. But just like, this color is so anemic. Like, I cannot get anything out of this pan. And honestly, I don't know how I'm going to finish it. Like, I think that like whenever I empty this pan, I'm going to try to fill it again with like a drop of honey or glycerin or something to help with the like just help it reactivate with water, because like my god, like nothing is coming out of this. And just, yeah, I gave up at this point. And then like just like in comparison, this Sennelier Indian Yellow it just lays down like a dream. It's so nice to paint out. And yeah, like, I'm not even upset that I wasn't able to get the Yellow Lake like I wanted, because like I have other PY 150s, like I don't need another one. So like, I'm glad that I was able to get the Indian Yellow instead, because this is generally not a type of color that I reach for. I don't usually go for warm yellows like this, but honestly, I'm glad that I did, because like this is one of the ones that I used in my my limited color palette portrait, and like, honestly, like, it might have even been the star of the show in that one, whenever I do release it, soon, hopefully, if I have time and I am not thinking about the world. And then, yeah, The Sennelier sap green honestly is like, it's pretty simple. It's only two pigment ingredients. But honestly, I feel like it gets the job done just fine. Like, it's a perfectly lovely sap green. And again, like it lays down so nicely. It reactivates beautifully. And then whenever it dries, you can tell, you can see the yellow undertone with the blue separation because of the ultramarine blue. And then the other ingredient is the weird yellow pigment that's in the Indian yellow. I'm kind of curious because I think that pigment is discontinued, so I wonder how they're going to keep producing this color. I wonder if they're going to do the PY 154 instead of the 153. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, like I think that this is it's a lovely sap green. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And then yeah, that is everything. I'm pretty happy with basically all of my choices, I think. I mean, for the most part. The Helios Purple, like, looks like it will layer beautifully. The Caput Mortem is, like, nice and opaque. The Van Dyke Brown, very dark in the mass tone. Quinacridone Purple has that weird color shift thing going on that I really like. And then you can really see, like, the difference in the texture of the two lavenders here. Lilac, very lovely, very opaque. And then for the luminous colors, like, I feel like not enough people talk about how textural fluorescent paints are. I feel like you could do some really interesting color separating things with that, and I feel like people are not just taking advantage of that feature of those colors. And yeah, similar thing with the granulating range. The luminous lemon still pisses me off. The Indian yellow, I really like. That was kind of a star for me. And then I'm really looking forward to using the sap green. And then yeah, that is everything for now. I hope that you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to, or don't because I'm not your dad. But either way, I hope you have a colorful day.